Ladies and gentlemen, imagine this. One day you're going about your routine completely unaware, and then, bam, you start noticing something different. The way she looks at you lingers a little longer than usual. Her texts have a warmth that wasn't there before. She laughs at your worst jokes, ones you wouldn't even laugh at yourself. And suddenly, it hits you like a bolt of lightning. She has feelings for you. Now, what do you do next? Do you act like you didn't notice? Do you rush in head first, afraid you might lose this rare opportunity? Or worse, do you make the classic mistake that so many men do, taking her interest for granted and eventually losing her altogether? In today's video, we are going to break it all down. How to respond when you find out she has feelings for you, how to navigate this delicate situation with confidence, and most importantly, how to keep her interested once you have her. Because let's face it, attracting her is one thing. Keeping her? That's where the real game begins. And too many men fail at that part. But before we dive deep, let me introduce you to something even more valuable. A source of wisdom, discipline, and success-driven mentality, the Disciplinarian League. Fellas, if you're the kind of man who believes in self-mastery, in controlling your emotions, in becoming the best version of yourself, then the Disciplinarian League is your ultimate battleground. This isn't just another YouTube channel. This is a movement, a brotherhood of men who refuse to be weak, who refuse to let emotions dictate their actions, and who understand that true strength lies in discipline. At the Disciplinarian League, we talk about power, not just physical power, but mental resilience, emotional control, and the art of navigating relationships like a high-value man. We break down the psychology of attraction, the laws of success, and the principles of dominance, not through manipulation, but through sheer presence and self-mastery. So if you're tired of hearing the same old watered-down relationship advice, if you're ready to step into the mindset of a man who commands respect in every aspect of life, make sure you subscribe to the Disciplinarian League today. Trust me, you don't want to miss out. Now, let's get back to business. She likes you, you know it, and whether you realize it or not, your next move is crucial. Because every action you take from this moment forward will either solidify her attraction or slowly chip away at it. So how do you navigate this? How do you ensure that this interest she has for you doesn't fade, but instead grows stronger? The first thing you must understand is this. Attraction is fragile. Just because she has feelings for you now doesn't mean she always will. Interest can fade as quickly as it appeared if you mishandle the situation. And the number one reason men lose women who were once interested in them? Complacency. They assume that just because she likes them now, she'll always like them. Big mistake. Women are emotional creatures. Their attraction isn't just based on looks, money, or status. It's based on how you make them feel. And if you don't continue to provide that emotional spark, that sense of mystery, that challenge, she will start losing interest before you even realize it's happening. So, what should you do next? How do you take this newfound knowledge that she has feelings for you and use it to your advantage, not just to secure her, but to keep her locked in? The first step is to control your own emotions. Too many men, upon discovering that a woman likes them, become overly eager. They start texting more, calling more, seeking validation, and worse, changing their behavior to try and accommodate her. That is a surefire way to kill attraction. Remember this rule: the man who is least emotionally affected always has the upper hand. If you start treating her like a prize you just won, instead of maintaining the energy of a man who expects women to be attracted to him, you will lose her just as quickly as you caught her attention. The second step is to respond, not react. There's a difference between acknowledging her interest and jumping into a full-blown pursuit. Women don't just want a man who likes them, they want a man who challenges them. So instead of immediately professing your own feelings or overwhelming her with attention, keep things balanced. Show interest, but don't overdo it. Keep a bit of mystery. Keep her guessing. Make her work a little bit for your validation. And finally, the most important step. Don't lose yourself. One of the biggest mistakes men make when a woman expresses interest in them is that they begin to shape their identity around her approval. They start texting less with their friends. They stop hitting the gym as often. They cancel plans just to be available for her. And guess what? The very things that made her attracted to you in the first place, your confidence, your purpose, your ambition, start fading. And when that happens, she starts losing attraction. You have to remember, she liked you because of who you were before you knew she liked you. The moment you change that dynamic, the attraction begins to fade. So before we dive into the details of exactly how to keep her, I want you to burn this into your mind. Stay on your path. Keep being the man you were before you knew she had feelings for you. Keep leveling up. Keep your ambition high. Because the minute she senses that you've stopped being the strong, focused man she was drawn to, her interest will start slipping away. And if you want to master not just attraction, but the mindset of a truly disciplined man, subscribe to the Disciplinarian League right now. Because what we teach over there is what separates the weak from the strong, the lost from the focused, and the ordinary from the exceptional. All right, now that we've set the foundation, it's time to get tactical. Let's break down the exact steps you need to take to keep her attraction high and ensure that you don't just win her heart, but you keep it. Have you ever found yourself in a moment of uncertainty, standing at a crossroads where emotions run high, and every choice could redefine your future? You've just discovered that she has feelings for you. Maybe it was through a close friend, an unexpected confession, or subtle hints that suddenly clicked together in your mind. And now, here you are, wondering, what do I do next? Most men think they're prepared for this moment, but when it finally arrives, hesitation sets in. Questions swirl in your mind. Should I make a move? What if I mess this up? What if she's expecting something different than what I have in mind? One wrong step, and this could slip through your fingers. But one right move? That could lead to something powerful, something lasting. Welcome to the Disciplinarian League, the channel that arms you with the wisdom, confidence, and strategy to navigate the unpredictable terrain of relationships, discipline, and personal mastery. If you've ever struggled to understand the psychology of attraction, the subtle art of keeping someone truly interested, or the balance between being emotionally available and maintaining your sense of self, you're in the right place. This is where men sharpen their minds, refine their instincts, and master the discipline required for true leadership in relationships and beyond. Today, we're diving deep into a critical moment that most men encounter at least once in their lives: what to do when you find out she has feelings for you, and more importantly, how to keep her truly captivated. Think about this. How many times have you heard of men who had everything in their hands, yet somehow lost it all? She was interested. She was drawn to him, and yet something shifted. Maybe he became too available. Maybe he started seeking validation rather than exuding confidence, or maybe he failed to evolve past the initial spark. The harsh reality? Attraction alone isn't enough. If you don't know how to cultivate and sustain it, you'll lose it. And once you lose it, getting it back is nearly impossible. Here's what most men fail to understand. Women are naturally drawn to strength. Not just physical strength, not just the illusion of confidence, but the kind of internal fortitude that makes a man stand out. A man who doesn't waver in his identity. A man who can provide emotional stability without needing constant reassurance. A man who knows how to lead without being controlling, and how to listen without becoming submissive. So now you've uncovered the truth. She has feelings for you. What you do next determines whether you'll build something worth keeping or let it fade before it ever begins. The first step: mastering your reaction. Do you respond with desperation or composure? Do you seek her validation, or do you remain grounded in your own? Understanding this moment, truly mastering this transition, is what separates the men who build lasting connections from those who are forgotten. But let's go deeper. It's not just about making a good first impression. It's about sustaining her interest over time. And that takes discipline. That takes knowing when to engage and when to hold back. It takes mastering the balance between curiosity and certainty. If you've ever wondered why some men effortlessly keep a woman's attention while others fade into the background, this is why. That's exactly what we're going to break down in this episode. By the end of this script, you'll have a clear understanding of how to assess your own feelings before making a move, the best way to acknowledge her emotions while maintaining your own sense of control, the secrets of deep emotional connection and how to build one, how to keep her interested without losing yourself in the process, and most importantly, how to ensure that what starts as interest transforms into something meaningful. So before we dive in, take a moment to subscribe,